Okay, let's do another sketch. And the same thing applies as before. Just looking for simple shapes. This time we've got a person, and a lot of times people will say that people are hard to draw. I'm looking at the overall height of the person, and I'm breaking it down into shapes, and you're going to see that I'm going to start out just by seeing three shapes to draw this person. So I want to lay it out so that it fits. So I don't want to draw that head halfway the size of the paper because then it won't fit. So I put a head in there about that size, and now I believe that my other shapes that's going to make up the body and the legs are going to fit in this paper. So I'm not drawing a person right now. I'm just drawing shapes that I saw that could end up making up this person. I saw an oval and two rectangles is what I saw. One oval, which is going to make up the head area, another oval, which is a rectangle, which is going to make up the body, and then a rectangle, which is going to make up the legs. And I'm actually looking at, okay, what direction are the shapes going? You see the two rectangles, even though they're kind of above and below each other, the top rectangle is kind of going from top right to bottom left a little bit, and then the number three rectangle is going from top left down towards bottom right. It's on a different little angle. So I'll take that rectangle number two, and I'm going to turn that into an upper body. So I put some shoulders on it, and you see I'm now putting the arms about where they're supposed to be, and that arm on the right side, it is a little bit further down than the arm on the left side. And the reason why that a little detail like that is important because she's kind of twisted. You know that. Remember that top rectangle is on a different angle than the bottom one. So those hands are not straight across from each other. One is lower than the other. That's the point I'm trying to make, and I can help to give that sense of her kind of tilting to one side just by a little detail like that. So now that number three rectangle, I'm going to take it and turn it into legs. But just remember, I started out with three simple shapes, an oval and two rectangles. And now you see that I can take those simple shapes and turn them into what I'm drawing. I've just gotten pretty comfortable with looking at any kind of scene and finding simple shapes in there. And if you practice it and start looking, you'll see them too. It'll just make it so much easier for you to do good layouts and good foundational sketches that could end up being really solid drawings, finished pieces of artwork. The same principle of dividing up a face. I'm doing the same thing. It's just smaller. It's not going to be as many details. You're not going to be able to see as much in there, but still the same principles. Divide the egg in half, then divide that in half of the nose, then divide that in half of the mouth. And I'm laying that hair in. Again, this is just a quick sketch. Not trying to be exact, not trying to be perfect. Just having some fun. If you'll notice when you see that background there, I'm going to lay some of that in. But if you notice, I've still got my pencil in my hand in sketch mode. I'm not worried about details or trying to be perfect. Just sketching. Hold your pencil this way for as long as you can. It's just really good practice. And only switch the pencil to really fine detail mode, way at the end. But sketch as much as you can. Matter of fact, sometimes force yourself to sketch and finish out the whole drawing holding your pencil this way, in the palm of your hands, not like you're writing a letter. I'm actually looking at that body and placing those bricks behind her based on where those lines go through her body, and I'm matching the background to her by relating areas to areas. So if one of those lines seems like it goes through her shoulder on the photograph, then I'm going to put that line through her shoulder in my drawing. And then the relative size of the bricks, the stones, to her, it'll look the same, and it'll look like a nice big stone building behind her if I was to take my time and do this seriously. She was standing in front of a church at the time. And so now let me give this a value, just painting in a little bit. And when I say painting, just drawing, painting with a pencil or with a brush, it's all kind of the same thing. I'm rendering value. In this case, it happens to be with graphite, with a pencil. It's a quick sketch. And I'm going to leave that shirt kind of light, but as I put some values to it, it'll kind of give it a three-dimensional look, like it has folds in it and bends, and it's got light shining on it and shadows here and there.